start, I would like to play you a short K-pop song. Did that song make you start humming the melody? But imagine if that 2 seconds of humming could cost you your life. This song was once broadcasted across the 38th parallel through massive loudspeakers. Among the words from the loudspeakers was this simple sentence: "May you live in a society where your privacy is respected." To us, our privacy and freedom are fundamental human rights that everyone deserves. But the North Korean regime fears these words. It's because they carry truth, connection, and freedom. I am Justin Lee, and I am from Korea. Not South Korea, not North Korea, just Korea. The Korean Peninsula has been divided by the 38th parallel, but Article 3 of our Constitution defines this peninsula as one country, one nation. But when we look at the map, we realize how different people's lives are in a place where we can reach by 1 hour's drive from Seoul. However, I still see people joking about the plight of North Koreans rather than seeing it as a reality. But if we listen to their stories, we cannot bring ourselves to laugh about it. Here are some testimonies from North Korean refugees. Through these, we can get a glimpse of life under that regime. A 22-year-old man was publicly executed at a mine for watching 70 South Korean songs and 3 movies. In the winter of 2021, 15 people died of hunger. And one even said that they lived trapped inside a matchbox, and that they live as the box opens and closes. How do you feel? Do you feel angry, or are you shocked? To me, I was ashamed. I was ashamed that I was so ignorant of how those people, those we call our own, suffered on the other side of that border. And I learned this not from the news, but through their genuine voices. Recently, I had an opportunity in my school to listen to 3 North Korean refugees from FSI. And in this Hear the Unheard event, I heard one person's scar on her hurt. I had to work in the deep, dark algae coal mine as a teenage girl. When I was asking my mom for more baseball, she had to work in a coal mine for hours. Hearing their stories in person was heartbreaking, but even more, I realized how we take the freedom and liberty for granted. And that's when I understood why the regime fears our voices so much. It's because they know how powerful the truth is. And that's why they make laws like the reactionary ideology and culture rejection law. Under this law, watching South Korean dramas or even listening to K-pop songs can lead to years in prison or even death. They fear our voices because every song, every word, and every syllable reminds them of the world where they can speak free, where they can sing loud, and where they can live without fear. We often think that our voices do not have any power, that it's too small to matter. But our voices have power. When schools host discussions about North Korean human rights, when we share their stories online, when international media reports these headlines, the regime feels the pressure. And we can start small. We can share their stories online and share what we learned and how we felt hearing them. And then, just as many speak over Gaza, they will care for the 25 million North Koreans living under 70 years of tyranny. We must make the world listen. The K-pop song in the beginning wasn't just a song. It was hope. It was hope echoing through silence. It was hope that one day North Koreans will live in freedom. The regime fears The regime fears these songs and voices, the voices we produce. Change begins when we listen, when we open our hearts to their pain, and when we refuse to be silent. Let us use our voices to carry their stories across the border and echo your voice across the 38th parallel and the world. Thank you for your time today.